Hello class, thanks for the time given to our group. We are from 5th group and our topic today about student management, educators and education staff, finance and infrastructure. I'm Veronica Victoria Nazara as first speaker and moderator. First, Chris Bonwaru as the second speaker and Anita Francisca Mendreva as the last speaker. And let's get started. The first discussion about students management. Understanding of students management. Students management is based on two words which are a combination of management and students. Student management is the arrangements and regulation of activities related to students, starting from the entry to the exit of the students from a school. Student management is not only in the form of recording student data, but includes a broader aspect that operationally can help efforts to grow and develop students in the educational process at the schools. Second is the purpose of students management. The purpose of students management are as follows. The first is increasing the knowledge, skills, and psychomotor of students. Second is channeling and developing general abilities or intelligence, talents and interests of students. Third is channeling aspirations, expectations, and meeting the needs of students. And the last is students can achieve happiness and prosperity in life, which can further study well and achieve their goals. The next is students management function. The students management function is specifically formulated as follows. The first is the functions relating to the development of the individuality of students is so that they can develop their individuality potentials without being hampered. Second is the function relating to the development of the social function of students is so that students can conduct socialization with the peers. Third is the functions related to channeling the aspirations and expectation of students. And the last is the function related to meeting the needs and welfare of students is that students are prosperous in their lives. The next is principle of students management. The principle of students management implies that in order to manage students, the principle mentioned below must always be held and guided. The principle of students management consists of the first is students management is seen as part of overall school management. All forms of students management activities must carry out an educational missions and in the context of educating students. Students management activities must strive to unite students who have various backgrounds and have many differences. Students management activities must be seen as an effort to regulate students' guidance. Students management activities must encourage and support the independence of students. The last is about scope of students management. Here, explain scope of students management consists of student planning, students recruitment, student selections, student orientations, grouping of students, students guidance and development. In students planning, consists of planning the number of students who will be accepted so that the available amount is optimal in learning. In students recruitment of students in an educational institution is a process of finding, determining, and attracting those who are able to become students at the institutions concerned. In student selection is an activity of selecting students to determine or not. Students orientation is an activity of accepting new students by introducing the situations and conditions of educations where students are through educations. In grouping of students, The grouping of students carried out in schools is based on the class system. And the last is students' guidance and development. Coaching and development of students is carried out to foster and help develop the potential of students in various kinds of learning.
Alright, thank you for the time that given to me. Now I want to share or explain about our material about tenaga kependidikan dan kependidikan, or teachers and educator. Teaching is a profession and is a process of professional preparation of teachers. Teaching is an art that can be acquired through a series of well-designed activities. It is imperative, therefore, due emphasis should be laid on the education of the teachers. Teachers' education program that it should prepare good teachers by providing them with the sound foundation of the theoretical knowledge, understandings, skills, attitudes, and interests. It should enable the trainers to acquire knowledge, skills, and techniques for trainers that desire ideals and behavioral pattern of the society in which we live. Teachers and educators are the major pillars in the teaching and learning process. Without an appropriate focus on teacher access, quality, and equity of education for all is not feasible. The quality of teachers and educators has been found to explain significant differences in learning outcomes. Equitable development of qualified teachers and educators also has a significant bearing on the distribution of learning outcomes and this equality. They are clear indicator that provision of quality education tends to have a great impact on the most vulnerable or deprived students, and that providing quality teachers and educators to all schools and educational institutions is one important way to address the problem of inequality. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention.
Well, I will explain about finance and facilities and infrastructure. Understanding financial management. Definition of financial management in a narrow sense is, while in a broad sense, it is the management and accountability in using finance from both the central and regional governments. Financial source is a school are broadly grouped in three, namely, the first, the government, parents or student, and society, but both binding and non-binding. The experience include routine costs and developments. Routine costs and costs incurred from year to year, such as employee, sellers or teachers and non-teachers. Operational costs, building, maintenance costs, facilities, and teaching tools. The next, principle of financial. The use of financial based on the following principles are economical, not luxurious efficiency, and in accordance with the required technical needs. Number 2, directed and controlled accordance with the planned program or activity. And the last, mass usability. And the next, education institution financial resource. There are three: the government, parents or student, and society. Basic function of school financial management. So, the financial management function in principle start from the following process. There are school budget planning, implementation of school, and supervision of school budget implementation. facilities and infrastructure. In teaching and learning activities, facilities and infrastructure are needed in order to support the smooth process of their activities, so that the management of facilities and infrastructure is needed by everything into the institution, especially schools. However, is used directly for the teaching and learning process. These components can be said to be educational facilities. The first scope of management educational facilities and infrastructure. There are planning, procurement, maintenance, and removal. The various facilities and infrastructure need carry out the process of teaching and learning activities. That's all about that.